It's just the near side. You. It isn't your sweet conversation that thrill.
Sure.
Just briefly, who you are, what you do, and
Sure.
the play that you're about to perform.
Sure, my name is Katlego Chale. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a theatre maker and a lecturer, originally from Pretoria, but now based in Cape Town and doing something here at the Joburg Theatre. Today we're going to be performing a presentation based on the life and work of Dr. Martin Luther King. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Dr. King. And yeah, today we're going to be honoring him through a series of some of his amazing speeches, some of the music that he really loved, some of the poetry that he really loved, and we're really just trying to continue the story that he started so many years ago. And so yeah, today we're here to honor him and do the best that we can to keep his mission and his work and his words alive.
Excellent, man.
It's a pleasure, my brother. Sure.
There was a day when many of the Israelites found themselves in bondage in Babylon. There was a king in Babylon by the name of Nebuchadnezzar. You read about him a good deal in the book of Daniel. And it stands as an epic that will remain stenciled forever on the mental folds of unfolding generations. Nebuchadnezzar was a mighty king. When he issued an order, he meant business. And when he ruled, he ruled. And one day Nebuchadnezzar issued an order. He had a golden image made and ordered that everybody under the reign of his kingship had to bow before the golden image and worship it. Now those of you who read the Bible will remember that story. And one day Nebuchadnezzar called in the judges and the governors and the sheriffs, and they all had a dedicatory service in honor of the golden image. And he said to them, I am instructing you to see to it that everybody under the reign of my kingship comes and bows before this golden image. But there were 3 men down there. One's name was Shadrach. The other name was Meshach. And the other name was Abednego. And they said, and I read it from the scripture, an answer to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this manner. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Now, I want you to notice here that these 3 young men practiced civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is the refusal to abide by an order of the government or of the state or even of the court that your conscience tells you is unjust. Civil disobedience is based on a commitment to one's conscience. In other words, one who practices civil disobedience is obedient to what he considers a higher law. And there comes a time when every moral man cannot obey a law that his conscience tells him is unjust. And I come to tell you, my friends, that history has moved on. And great moments have often come forth and brought us those individuals in every age and in every generation who are willing to say, I will be obedient to a higher law. These men were saying, I must be disobedient to a king in order to be obedient to the king. These men were practicing civil disobedience. And those of us who often come to those moments when we must practice civil disobedience are criticized by those who never remember that even right here in our great country of America, in order to get free from the oppression and the colonialism of the British Empire, our great nation had to practice civil disobedience. For what represents civil disobedience more than the Boston Tea Party? And never forget that everything that Hitler did in Germany was legal. It was legal to do everything that Hitler did to those Jews. It was a law that Hitler issued himself, that it was wrong and illegal to aid and comfort a Jew in Hitler's Germany. But I tell you, if I'd lived in Hitler's Germany with my attitude, I would have openly broken that law. I would have practiced civil disobedience. And I come to tell you, my friends, that there are times when we see that a man-made law is out of harmony with the moral law of the universe. And there are moments when a human law is out of harmony with the eternal and divine laws. And when that happens, you have an obligation to break it. And I'm happy that in breaking it, I have some good company. I have Shadrach, I have Meshach, and I have Abednego. I have Jesus on the cross. And I have Socrates and all the early Christians who refused to bow. Now, the second and most interesting point that I would like you to see here is that these men never doubted God and his power. As they did what they did, they made it very clear that they knew that the God whom they served was able to spare them. And they said to the king, now we know that the God whom we serve is able to deliver us. And this had grown out of their experience. They had known God. They had experienced God in nature. They had seen God in history. And I'm sure they had seen God in their personal lives. They never doubted God's ability to save them. But now I come to the basic point of my message. It came to a point after saying, now we know that our God is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, but if he doesn't, we are still not going to bow. But if not, do you get that? That these men were saying, our faith is so deep, and we have found something so dear and so precious that there is nothing that can turn us away from it. Our God is able to deliver us, but if not. And so, my friends, the greatest test of our faith is our ability to say, but if